Welcome to Smarkets Match Betting Podcast. I'm Amanda, I'll be your host as we explore all things match betting. Smarkets is one of the leading betting exchanges, a crucial tool on your match betting journey. Smarkets offers unbeatable pricing on a sophisticated and slick betting and prediction platform. Today we're talking about Cheltenham, one of the biggest horse racing festivals and a great start to match betting. To explain why it's such a fantastic opportunity, I've got Paul and Buschra from Odds Monkey.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Paul, if you could just give us a bit of an overview about Odds Monkey.
Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. So I started matched betting in probably 2008, 2009. Back then I read about it on the Martin Lewis Money Saving Expert website. Right. So it was on the forums there. So there was loads to read, but it really was kind of just pages of text and it was really manual. So you had to go off and have multiple screens up with different sets of odds and comparing them. So I went through it and then I was a computer programmer. So just as a sort of like hobby project, I decided to try and see if I could pull some of those odds in and try and automate any part of the process just to try and reduce the time it took. So started dabbling around with that and gave it away for free on a website for a while. And people said they found it useful and said, like, if you could like make this even better, then we'd pay to access it. So off the back of that, I set around sort of starting again from scratch, making the odds update more quickly. And then, a kind of year later, because I was doing it in my spare time, evenings and weekends, we launched Odds Monkey. So the name came from the few beta testers that I'd had. I sort of came up with a few random names and, they chose Odds Monkey and said they liked the sound of that. So, that was probably 2010, 2011 when I sort of officially launched the site. Back then, it was very much just the software because I was still working a full-time job. And then a few years later, the sort of momentum started, it started gaining traction. So as well as providing the software, we switched to actually try and train people how to do it from scratch. And that was the first time we really could sort of take it to the masses. And essentially the ethos of the company hasn't changed since then, just trying to make match betting understandable and easy to do and accessible for sort of as many people as possible. More recently, my role, I've kind of done, lots of everything in the company, but more recently, really focused on the product. So, as of last year, I became the product manager, and that involves focusing on looking at ways that we can make the product better, easier to understand. So, by talking to users, by looking at data, identifying any issues in the product. And like I said, just trying to make match betting accessible. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people that have done it, but there's no reason that a shed load more people can't do it. So
exactly, because what you say, there's loads of people that are doing it already. There's also lots that aren't and should be getting into it. So with a tool like Odds Monkey, it makes it easier, I suppose. Yeah,
definitely. And we do face challenges because a lot of people, I think their first reaction is it sounds too good to be true. Like, the bookmaker always wins. And normally that is right. But once you get to that kind of, I think our main challenge is getting people to that penny drop moment when they're sort of reading through the guides or watching the video, whatever works for them. And then suddenly, that penny drops and they think, I understand that I can cancel this out, cancel that out. There's value in that free bet. That's probably our biggest challenge as a product is getting them to that point as quickly as possible. But we find that the best recommendation is through sort of friends and family. Obviously, if you know someone that's done something, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's genuine. We find a lot of our members and customers have actually heard about it from family and friends.
Well, I mean, actually, just to add to that, I remember like when I first did my first offer when I was match betting. It took me an hour, and not because it was complicated or anything like that. It was actually pretty straightforward.
It's quite scary when you start off because you're worried about making a mistake.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like I was checking things over, but not because I was doubtful, but because I was like, I was actually making a profit. And it was like, is this actually real?
I can't believe it.
Yeah. And I just kept finding there must be a catch somewhere. And I just kept checking and checking and checking. And then eventually I was like, oh my God, this actually worked. And then I did the second offer and again, more money. And I was just hooked by it. Like I just absolutely couldn't believe it. That kind of eureka moment where like when that penny drops.
Right.
That is the feeling, I think, is when it motivates you and you just want to carry on going. It's actually not in a thrill like, because you're betting, the thrill of the fact that you've actually found this like unique little side hustle where you think like, oh my God, it's like the best kept secret right now because not many people are doing it. Like,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess the key is to basically just get started.
Absolutely.
And what better time than around the Cheltenham Festival?
Yeah.
So can you tell us why the Cheltenham Festival provides such a good opportunity for people to get started?
Yeah, I mean, for Odds Monkey, as long as I've been running it on matched betting, Cheltenham's always been the biggest peak of the year, just because of the offers that the bookmakers bring out, offer more value for our customers. And yeah, Buschra can probably talk a little bit more. She's very involved in our community and speaking to our users on a daily basis around what Cheltenham tends to look like.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's a 4-day festival, horse racing, and the thing is that, well, we call it Cheltenham for a reason. It is Christmas for match betting.
Right.
I mean, you've got everyone in the country is already pretty much betting. It's a bit like the Grand National, but everyone in the country is betting. The bookies are dishing out the offers to get everybody betting, get everybody excited. What that means for match bettors, it basically means more offers, which means more profits.
Okay.
It means just, constantly pumping out those value bets. I mean, just constantly giving out the money. So everyone wants to jump on it and just kind of reap in as much as they possibly could. That's why match betting during that week is just so exciting, because they know that they can make probably their week's wage from those offers. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I have heard that people take like time off work and everything around, well, I'll say Cheltenham.
I think I'm coming down with something.
to get into match betting or to make the most of all of those offers.
Yes.
Is that true? Does that mean that it takes like more time, more effort to get started now? Or
I'd say it's not the normal. Everyone's not taking a week off work to do it. It's probably the more advanced people that know that they've got an idea of how much extra value they can get over that period. And if they want to use up their holiday and not taking sick leave, use up their holiday and it's worth it for them. And I think a lot of them enjoy it as well, because obviously they want to get as much value as possible. And there's no better time to do it than during that week.
Well, I mean, like the races all throughout the day, they're basically during the working hours of a standard person doing a 9 to 5. So they probably think, well, I'll take a day off work, paid leave, paid day off work, and then I could get to make a bit of extra money on top of that. Yeah. And they get to do more offers. I guess it's just basically value for their time.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say. So for a beginner.
Yeah.
Can you begin around Cheltenham, or do you need to have a bit more experience?
I wouldn't say you can start at Cheltenham. The thing is that for match betting, the welcome offers are generally suspended during Cheltenham. So the bookies don't offer the welcome offers at Cheltenham. They generally tend to be reloads. So if somebody, a newbie, wants to get take part in Cheltenham, we normally ask them to do the sign-up offers like weeks before, so that their accounts are open, the reload offers are flowing in, and then they can jump onto the reload offers that the bookmakers are offering. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what a reload offer is, it's basically a non-welcome offer. So when you first join a bookmaker, you do the welcome offer, you then become an existing customer, and then any offer that you get as an existing customer is called a reload. And basically Cheltenham is a bunch of these reloads.
So I'd say, and from an experience point of view as well, the sooner the better to get on the platform, get yourself comfortable with how things work, get a few accounts signed up for. Like Buschra says, there is not all of them, but some of them might amend their sign-up offers over Cheltenham because they kind of know they're going to get business anyway. So they're maybe not throwing out those offers to attract customers because people are going to bet more over Cheltenham. So, if you can get in before Cheltenham, that's ideal. Get yourself up to speed, learn the basics, and then you'll be in a better position then to maybe, take advantage of some of those reload offers come Cheltenham.
Okay. So if somebody is listening to this podcast and wants to get started now, what advice could you give them knowing that Cheltenham is next week?
Yeah, I'd say to get signed up as quickly as possible. If you can sign up for a free account on the site. As part of that free account, we'll just walk you through the first couple of offers. So those guides are written and there's video. I'm afraid it's a lot of video of me, but I'll just try and walk you through those first few steps, get you to that penny drop moment that we spoke about, and then hopefully everything will start making sense. And then you can then upgrade to a premium account where you get access to everything outside. But you make money from those first two offers in the free account, so you can prove the concept, you can see that you've made a profit, and then if you upgrade to premium, then you'll get access to all of the offers, all of the training, all of the next steps, and you'll see we've just recently been working on a new matched betting master journey, so it kind of takes you through every step of the process. You can see, right, I start off with the easy offers, now I can move on, learn a few more techniques as I move on, and you can see the sort of profits you can earn as you go along that process. And as Buschra was talking about there, the reload offers are ongoing, that they'll keep coming. So the welcome offers or one-off offers when you open an account, but then you'll get more offers coming in, and they'll build up your sort of monthly income from matched betting.
Nice. So if you're not a new user, what's the best way to prepare for all of those reload offers?
I would say you need to be absolutely organized. I remember like when I first started, first thing I did is I would look at all the offers that were going to be during Cheltenham, like available during Cheltenham. I would prioritize them in terms of their value. So the ones with the highest value, do those first, and even like just set out my day, what I'm going to do next and what races at what time. And the beauty about betting on horse racing is that they happen like very, very quickly, and the money settles very, very quickly. So you can reuse your funds. So it's a good way of like getting on as many offers as possible and doing them in an order. So if you do the offers for like the first race of the day, get those done, then your money frees up, then you can do the offers for the second race and that sort of thing. And because there's going to be a lot of offers, you're going to have, your money is going to be absolutely everywhere. It's going to be between the exchanges and the bookies and things like that. So you definitely want to keep a record of where it all is. So at the end of the day, you can tally it all up and just sort of see where you're at. And if you're like me, who has like serious FOMO, like I need to, if I've got loads of offers, I want to do them all if I can.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out.
So you definitely want to be super organized and can just basically have a spreadsheet if you need to. Like you go into proper geek mode and like highlight and like whatever you need to do, different color coding system, whatever you need to do, but definitely 100% be organized.
Makes sense. I think that's good advice. Have you got anything to add, Paul?
Not really. I mean, just that, and get involved in the communities as well. And like I said, Buschra is really active in our Facebook community.
Yeah, come talk to me.
We've got an on-site forum, so get on there. And if you've got any questions, there'll be loads of people preparing now already for Cheltenham and coming up with things that have worked well for them in the past. So definitely recommend getting involved in asking questions and get on the site. I mean, all those information and the offers that Buschra's talked about there. The site's a great place to start. We've got a team of people that are curating all of these best offers and laying them out on the site. So use the tools that are available to you.
Yeah, so at the very least, if you're only just starting now, like at least do the big high street bookmakers, at least, get started on those. The first maybe 10 on the welcome offers, at least get into those, because they would generally hopefully have the best offers being put out during Cheltenham. So at least it's better than nothing, or at least it gets you kind of more experience that maybe you can hit next year's Cheltenham, even more. So it's just, even though if you feel like it's a bit too late for you haven't got time, at least just do the first few offers and see where it goes. Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to gain some experience.
Yeah.
And even if, come join the community, see what other people are doing, see how they've done. Maybe after the 4 days of Cheltenham, come on the community and just check out how they've done this year, because we always tend to want to see how our members have done. We always say, how did you do today? How did you do yesterday? And people love posting their profits and, they get very excited. And I find that kind of energy you can kind of feel it, and it it exudes onto other people and it gets them excited and creates like a hype. And
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's probably something else I'd say is to try and get involved, but don't let that FOMO or the buzz of Cheltenham, if you are just starting off, let you do things that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
Make sure that if you're completing an offer, don't rush. Make sure you've read the guide, you understand the concept. Don't just skirt through them unless you do fully understand.
Absolutely, and don't compare to others. That is something that people do. How did he make that?
That's great life advice in general.
I know.
True.
Don't compare your profits to somebody else. There's so many variables involved. There's bankroll. There's the offers they've got. Whether what bookies that they've signed up to. There's just so many things that you can't just. It's not like a quick like for like comparing. I mean, we don't know how many offers they've done. We don't know how much time they've spent that day. I mean, there's just so many things. I think the way to look at it is if you walk away with a really good profit that day, it's a bit more than what you had yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's coming back as well to the concept of matched betting. If you follow the rules, then you'll make money.
Yeah.
But the only way you won't make money is if you make a mistake. And the way you're going to make a mistake is if you rush and you're not paying attention and following the guide. So, really strongly I'd recommend to, take your time and make sure you're comfortable with everything that you're doing on the site and you understand it.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, don't panic. Come to the Facebook group. Ask us. We'll help you fix it. I mean, most mistakes are somewhat fixable. So, don't be shy. Don't feel embarrassed. Oh my God, I made a mistake and just kind of, take the hit. No, come on the Facebook group, ask us. We will help you fix it.
Nice. It sounds like a really good community.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Thank you so much for all of that advice. I think that's really good for listeners to take that on board. At the end of every podcast, I have asked and will be asking all of our guests to come on and tell me 2 truths and 1 lie about match betting, in this case, could be about Cheltenham, about Smarkets, and I'm going to guess which is which.
Oh, okay.
So have you got 2 truths and a lie for me?
Yeah, I'll go first, I think. So...
can there be like a personal one in there as well?
Yeah, that'll probably make it more interesting.
Yeah,
Is that right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Go
put a
for
personal
it.
one in there as well.
So when I first started matched betting, my motivation was to buy a season ticket for my football club that I follow.
Okay.
That I won't name in case there's lots of opposing fans that will never sign up now. I know.
Should I blow your cover? Should I? Well, okay.
That'd be number 1. Number 2, when I was 10, I was in an advert, a TV advert for Daz Ultra.
Right.
And number 3 is that, unfortunately, I'm too busy nowadays to do any matched betting myself.
Okay. I think that the Daz Ultra is so random. I think that must be true.
Yeah, it is true. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very cool, unique claim to fame.
We're sat here amongst a very famous person, aren't we, Amanda?
Yeah. It's my 5 minutes.
Autographs later.
I can also 100% believe that you're too busy to match bet these days. I know that running Odds Monkey must take a lot of time, so I think that must be true as well.
No, that was the lie.
Oh.
So I am quite busy, and I don't match bet anywhere near as much as I used to, but I still do quite enjoy it. And I find if I've got 5 or 10 minutes, then if I can find an offer, then I still get a kind of buzz from taking something. It feels like you're kind of cheating the system a little bit and getting something from the bookmakers who normally always win. I do still match bet, and also it gives me a good insight into the product, and obviously that's what we're focused on. So getting involved and trying things out, trying to do it from a mobile. Yeah, you can listen to feedback and talk to users, but having a little bit of personal experience definitely helps in that respect as well.
So how does it feel when you're doing a match betting offer and you're using the software that you built? And you see yourself make a profit. Like, how does that feel?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of surreal. The whole thing's surreal. I mean, like I said, it started off as a sort of, a hobby little project that I set myself, and to think of, where it's got to and how popular matched betting's become, Odds Monkey. But I'm always really scared because obviously my name's kind of out there now. So when I sign up for a bookmaker, I do it in my own name. And I'm sure there's more people out there with my name. But I do worry at some point. And they go, this guy doing this, this is the guy that's telling everyone how to match bet and to how to make money from us.
Yeah, but it must feel really amazing that you help build software that helps thousands of people out there.
Yeah, I built it, the initial concept. I mean, we've now got a team of amazing developers that work on it. So I'm not as involved in the day-to-day of actually building, which is difficult. So I enjoyed sort of developing and programming still. I don't get to do as much of it now. Now it's more around the planning and looking at what we're going to be focusing on and the value of making changes to the product. But it's nice. But it's surreal. I don't think it'll ever stop being surreal, to be fair.
No, very, very modest, very humble.
Right, Buschra, what's your 2 truths, 1 lie?
I have made over £1 million match betting.
Wow.
I have 103 first cousins.
Oh my gosh.
That's quite a lot.
That's a big family.
And I didn't know what a bookie shop was when I started match betting.
Okay. I think you didn't know what a bookie shop was when you started match betting. I think that's true.
Okay.
And I really want the first one to be true because I think that's such a good.
I'm putting on a poker face right now. Try not to give it away.
I think the lie must be 103 first cousins.
I would have loved that to be the lie.
Oh.
It must make buying presents.
I would have loved that to be the lie.
That's why you match bet.
I do actually have 103 first cousins.
Wow.
Yep. I'm a Middle Eastern family. I've got 8 uncles and aunts on each side. So, lots and lots of kids. Wow. So I've got 103 first cousins.
Gosh.
I mean, Amanda, you could be my cousin right now and I probably wouldn't even know it. But sadly, the lie is I did not make over £1 million match betting. Simple reason, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's an income booster. I mean, I did make a fairly decent amount of money, but not quite the £1 million. Although I would have loved that to be true.
Yeah. No, that is a really good point, Buschra, to be fair, because obviously we're encouraging match betting, and I know like users can see that online and stuff. But yeah, it's a really good point to reinforce that it's not a get rich quick scheme. There are risks involved, as we said earlier, about making mistakes and things. And it's absolutely not any kind of financial solution.
No.
Don't be relying on match betting.
Yeah, don't quit your day
fund
job.
Your 103 family presents.
I know, right? Yeah.
I think, I'd say that's a really good point. It's we get lots of feedback coming in, and sometimes we do say that we get feedback coming in and it's life changing, and it does. Change people's lives. It makes a big difference. But a few extra £100 a month tax free, as all match betting profits are tax free. It can make a difference, but it's certainly not a replacement for income, like you said. And claims of like making $1 million from it. Well, I'm pleased that one was false. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you for a little bit more information around that.
Would I be working for you really if I had £1 million?
I'd like to think you love yourself that much. That, you would.
It's true. Working with a famous person, of course, I do it for free.
There might be footage of that on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, really? Oh my God, we've got to dig that out.
Search for that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. It's been a pleasure to speak to you both. Yeah. And thank you for all the advice that you've given users about starting match betting in general, and specifically around Cheltenham. It's been really valuable, so thank you very much.
This was really fun. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And thank you to everyone at home listening. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode. We've got lots of great content coming up all around match betting. And don't forget to sign up to Smarkets if you haven't done so already. New users can benefit from 0% commission for 60 days using the code COMMFREE, but T's and C's always apply. Thank you. Bye.